Day 6 of the 2018 World Cup is up next, on Tuesday, and would you believe it? There's another 3 games on the schedule. This whole back-to-back games of soccer thing isn't so bad. More latest 2018 World Cup news. Up first, it's the 2018 debut of Colombia, winners of tens hundreds of millions of hearts in 2014, as they take on Japan. In the day's other Group H fixture, it'll be Robert Lewandowski and Poland facing Sadio Mane and Senegal. Star power aplenty. And we swing things back around to Group A, where the hosts Russia will look to continue their hot start against Egypt, with Mohamed Salah expected to make his World Cup debut. Below is Tuesday's schedule in full. Click here for live and on-demand coverage of the World Cup online and via the NBC Sports app. 2018 World Cup schedule, Tuesday, June 19th. Group H, Colombia vs. Japan, Saransk, 8 a.m. ET, live coverage. Poland vs. Senegal, Moscow, 11 a.m. ET, live coverage. Group A, Russia vs. Egypt, St. Petersburg, 2 p.m. ET, live coverage. Follow at Andy MLS Moscow. AP, the only black coach at this year's World Cup, says there is a need for more in soccer. In European countries, in major clubs, you see lots of African players. Now we need African coaches for our continent to go ahead, Senegal's Aliou Cissé said through a translator on Monday, a day ahead of his nation's World Cup opener against Poland. More, where to watch Tuesday's games, feet. Colombia and Egypt. The percentage of black players at this year's tournament and with clubs in the world's top leagues is far higher. Cissé was captain of Senegal when it reached the 2002 quarter-finals in the nation's only previous World Cup appearance. "I am the only black coach in this World Cup. That is true," Cissé said. "But really these are debates that disturbed me. I think that football is a universal sport and that the color of your skin is of very little importance." More, Harry Kane buzzing. After our 2 goals, Southgate encouraged. FIFA did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Cissé cited Florent Ibenge, the coach of Congo's national team, as a sign of progress. "I think we have a new generation that is working, that is doing its utmost, and beyond being good players with a past of professional footballers," Cissé said. "We are very good in our tactics, and we have the right to be part of the top international coaches." Africa's best performance at the World Cup has been to reach the quarter-finals, accomplished by Cameroon in 1990, Senegal in 2002 and Ghana in 2010. More, latest 2018 World Cup news. "I have the certainty that one day an African team, an African country, will win the World Cup," Cissé said. "It's a bit more complicated in our countries. We have realities that are not there in other continents, but I think that the African continent is full of qualities. We are on the way, and I'm sure that Senegal, Nigeria or other African countries will be able to win, just like Brazil, Germany or other European countries." A lack of minority managers also has been documented at the club level. The Sports People's think tank said in November there were just 3 minority managers among the 92 English professional clubs as of Sept. 1. The Saudi Arabian national team arrived alive and well in Rostov-on-Don, Russia, on Monday after a terrifying incident that saw their plane catch fire in the air. More, where to watch Tuesday's games, feet. Colombia and Egypt. The blaze was caused by a technical failure in one of the airplane engines, which the airline, Rossiya, claims was caused by a bird flying into the engine. Each of the plane's engines were reportedly in operation upon landing at its final destination. The Saudi Arabian Football Federation posted a message on Twitter later on Monday, saying they would like to reassure everyone that all the Saudi national team players are safe, after a technical failure in one of the airplane engines that has just landed in Rostov-on-Don airport, and now they're heading to their residence safely. The Green Falcons will face Uruguay in Rostov, hoping to rebound from their tournament opening 5-0 loss to Russia on Thursday, in each side's second game of Group A action on Wednesday, 11 a.m. ET. Follow at MLS. Mexico City, AP. Mexico's National Seismological Service says there was seismic activity around the country's capital Sunday, but it wasn't linked to soccer fans celebrating their country's game-winning goal versus Germany at the World Cup. More, where to watch Tuesday's games, feet. Colombia and Egypt. The service says in a report that there were two small earthquakes at 10:24 a.m. and 12:01 p.m. The goal came around 11:35 a.m. local time. A geological institute reported Sunday that seismic detectors had registered a false earthquake that may have been generated by massive jumps by fans. More, Harry Kane buzzing after our two goals. Southgate encouraged. Mexico's seismological service explained Monday that the city's normal bustle of traffic and other movement causes vibrations that are detected by sensitive instruments. It says those vibrations notably quieted during the match as people gathered in front of TVs to watch, and rose after the goal. Inevitably, teams end up taking on the personality and temperament of a talented coach-manager, which in the case of the England squad competing at the 2018 World Cup, is a massive compliment to the Three Lions' current boss, Gareth Southgate. More, Kane buzzing after brace secures late win in World Cup debut. Southgate, who's 47 and only 4 tournaments removed from his second and final World Cup appearance for England, has changed the outside world's perception of an institution that once seemed arrogant, elitist and entitled, opting to take one of the youngest squads, average age 25.6 years old, to Russia, and to turn them loose. On Monday, it was 24-year-old Harry Kane who scored twice and bailed the feel-good favourites out of jail with a 91st-minute winner, watch here, to largely erase the frustrating hour which preceded it. These growing pains are, of course, to be expected with so little major tournament experience. Southgate, as expected, was pleased with how they responded. Quotes from the BBC, "I was happy with the way we kept playing even though the clock was running down. We stayed patient, we didn't just throw the ball in the box. We deserved the win. We created so many clear-cut chances, especially in the first half, and were in total control in the second half. We were strong on set plays all night. Even if we'd drawn, we'd have been proud of the performance. We'll do well to make as many chances in a game again in this tournament. The movement, pace, control from the back with the ball was pleasing. We wore them down. Good teams score late goals. If you dominate the ball like that, the opposition tire. ... As for Harry Kane, the only thing he hasn't done now is score in August. He's moved every other barrier. He will feel pride of leading a country to a World Cup win is the most important thing. The way we would change the game is to have different profiles of players that would provide a different threat. You can put attacking players in different positions but lose shape and be caught on the counterattack. The guys that came on had a different threat. As a team you keep working and working. The best teams in the world keep the belief in what they're doing and in the end break teams down." Follow at MLS.